Hey there, guys. I'm pretty excited about this. We're getting the ball rolling today with Scratch. So we spent some time looking at Scratch, looking at different Scratch games and how they work, taking a look at the code inside. Last time we were in class, we spent some time doing some very basic code on code.org. And today we're going to get started with Scratch, starting programming some things to work in Scratch. But before we do that, we got to set up a Scratch account, and that's what this is about today. So let's get started. We're going to go to classwork, and in classwork, we got this Scratch launch, create an account, and basic sprite movement. That's the assignment we're looking at. And here's what it's saying. You're going to get started today with Scratch. Now that you've seen some games and some basic coding can work, we're going to begin working on our own game. So first thing is to watch this video that you're watching right now. So you're doing great. The second thing is enter your account information in the Scratch usernames collection form. That's going to be pretty important. And that can be found right here in the assignment. So if we click on this, it's going to open up that form. And I would tell you to do that right away. Once you get the form open, go ahead, put your last name in there. That's simple. Now for you, it might not be Emerson. Your first name also. For you, it might not be Howard too. And then we'll talk about Scratch usernames and your password in a few minutes. We'll talk about password right now because here's what it says. What is your Scratch password? This should be the same as the password for your SV account, and that's pretty important. We need to make sure that they match. That's a big deal. All right, so let's go ahead and go back to that assignment. We'll keep this tab open so that when we get that account set up, we'll be ready to put it in. What's next? Well, next we got to go to Scratch and start doing this. So let's go ahead and click on this Scratch link right here in the assignment, and that'll open up a new window that is Scratch. When we get into Scratch, we remember this because we were here before, and before we clicked on Explore, we're not going to do that today. Today we're going to join Scratch. We can do that by clicking on Join Scratch. We can also do that by clicking the word Join right here, but I like Join Scratch. It makes me smile. So I'm going to click Join Scratch. Now, there's a few steps we got to go through. The first one is create a username. That's not bad. So Mr. Kizuka and I and some other teachers in the middle school want you to create a name that's going to fit some basic protocols. So this is the first thing we want you to do. The first thing you should do is type the number that is the section number of your 5th grade Unified Arts section. Excuse me, your 6th grade Unified Arts section. So it's either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. If you're not sure, check with Mr. Emerson or Mr. Kizuka so that you have that number. I'm going to pretend for me it's 3. The next thing we want is the first 3 letters of your last name. So for me, that's going to be E-M-E, okay? Then we want the first letter of your first name. For me, that's going to be H. And then we want S-V-M-S, so Schuylkill Valley Middle School, okay? So that's going to be my username. I just typed it in here, so I'm going to highlight it, right-click on it, copy it, and then go to that Scratch username collection. And where it says Scratch username, I'm going to click into that space, right click, and paste. Look at that, it's right there, okay? You could also just copy it over, right? Control C, Control V, that's another way to do it. Now I need to create a password. Now this is the thing we said, make sure your password is the same password you use to log into your computer. Every time you log on to that Chromebook, whatever password you use, we want you to use that again. So I'm just going to make up one. It's going to be 3BH42ZU8. Just made it up, right? But that's the kind of password you guys have, I know, because I've seen them. So 3BZH42ZU8. There's my password. I'm again going to highlight that. This time I'll do Control C. That's the keystroke shortcut. And then where it says, what is my password? I'm going to Control V it there. So I pasted that right in. And now I'm going to go click Next. What country do I live in? That's going to be pretty simple for us. Or for me, that's the United States of America. I'm going to click Next. When were you born? I'm going to pretend that I'm your age for the sake of this, and that's going to be important. You'll see. So I was born in April. That's true. But the year I was born is not 2009. I'm just going to pretend it's 2009 because I think it's around the age when you guys were born. So 2009, I'm going to click Next. It's going to say, what's your gender? And this is only important for them. So if you prefer not to say, that's fine. But I'm okay saying what my gender is. And then it wants your email address. For all of you guys, that's going to be something similar to this, but a little bit different. So my email right now is svmsstudent@svsdstudent.net. Now, yours is going to be something similar to that, right? So you guys all start with 27, I believe. 27, username, all that good stuff. So get that your email address in there, and then you're going to click create an account, okay? Now, listen, welcome to Scratch. All this stuff is good. If we click get started, we still have one step to go through. We still need to verify our account. You see, we're already here and this is good stuff, but we haven't, see how it says confirm your email? So we do need to do that. So I'm going to give myself a new tab. And in that new tab, I'm going, ooh, look at that. I'm going right here to Gmail. You can also click in the waffle and go to Gmail. And in your Gmail, you should have an email from Scratch. Okay? So we're going to take a look here, hopefully you can see I got an email here, right? That's good. So when my Gmail opens someday, here it is, confirm your Scratch account. So this is a step we need to go through. So if I click on this assignment, not this assignment, this email, excuse me. Everything's going really quickly, isn't it? Click on the email again. Here it is. And what's it want me to do? Confirm my Scratch account. So if I click on that confirm my Scratch account, that's an important last step to take, because that's where I make it so that my Scratch account is ready to go. And here we are in welcome to Scratch. And now, folks, we're ready to get started. So you created your Scratch account. That's a big deal. And that means you're ready to start programming with Scratch. And that's, again, what we want for all of you. So make sure you get that account set up. Make sure you got it verified, right? You did that email step. And then when you're done, submit that assignment, submit the Scratch username collection so that we have it and we can help you if you ever forget it. I'm impressed. I hope you guys got all that done, and we'll see you in this next video, which is actually getting started. Here we go.